kind of pegging MVP to make the comeback, take down Coca in the next round, take down the loser. I've got MVP to win that. European for me right now.
MVP to make the comeback in Korea, huh?
Yeah, MVP to make the comeback in Korea.
Even after he's been decimated like that by Bomber?
Yes. Watch him in the GSL. I have to go with MVP. He's called the best Terran in the world for a reason.
All right.
Everybody loses games. You can't win every best of 3 all the time. It's just the way it happens. EU, I have to go with Vincier's favorite guy, which is White Raw, even though it's a Swedish-dominated tournament. White Raw's in the winner's bracket final against Sase, and I'm going with him.
Oh, I hope so. I love White Raw.
Do you have a man crush, Greg?
An incredible man crush on him.
And who'd you say North America?
North America right now, winner's bracket final is Idra against Major. I'm not sure if Major is in Korea as of the times of these games being played, but if it is, I'm going with Major. Even if it isn't, I'm still going with Major to win the North American tournament.
Alrighty.
Because it's either going to be Idra, Major, or Sheth, because I don't see Destiny posing a threat to Sheth, Idra, or Major.
Oh, props to Destiny for taking out Tyler, though.
Yes.
Huh.
Sincere?
What?
Any
Idra,
elaboration?
Major, Destiny, and Sheth. What's your guess?
I'm going Idra. I don't think Major can take down Idra. I think that's going to be a 2-0 for Idra.
I guess we'll find out. We'll have to wait and see. I believe the winners' finals play on this coming Monday, so that'll be something to watch on Monday after you've had all your IPL 3 fix. You get to see Idra go up against Major. Maybe it'll be a 2-peat for Idra. Or a 3-peat, actually, technically.
All right. Well, we're going to move on MLG Orlando. We're going to talk about Halo. So I'm going to see Michael disappear. Uh-huh.
We got to get these. We got to get these two into Halo at some point here.
We're gonna have to try. Greg's gonna be streaming some console. Maybe we'll get him into Halo eventually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy you and send you a disc, Greg.
That'd be great. Do it.
No, send me one, but send him one too.
I'm the streamer. Screw you.
If I send you one, you won't even play it, Micro.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. Micro seems to be the guy that if you give him free stuff, he will play it. So no offense.
Yeah.
You buy it, you will
No
play.
offense.
You buy me out easily.
All right. We have to do that then. We'll have to get some live streaming on the Good Job Gaming here. We'll play some fours. MLG Orlando, Halo. Obviously, lead story, Dave. Very, very straightforward, very simple. Is can Instinct get back on top? Before we get to that, as I throw that out as a teaser, before we get to that, it's some interesting roster changes, and the biggest thing is some interesting teams playing through the open bracket and not even playing.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Like straight ripping in the AM bracket. Like, what is this world coming to? Like, seriously?
I know. Sorry.
Like,
I'm gonna mute myself. Go ahead, Dave.
Adrenaline, T2, Toxic, and Merkage. I don't know. It's definitely a really interesting squad. Toxic and Merkage kind of lower end top 16, I would say. And Adrenaline and T2 have T2 and Adrenaline, I'll admit, they've been on the lower end, but both have been up top at some point or another, with Adrenaline in Dallas with Impact, and then T2 is T2, so yeah, there's really not much to say. And go ahead.
I don't even know who Merkage is. So, just being honest. No offense, Merkage. I don't even know who Merkage is. I've never heard of him. I mean, Toxic is this. I'm not even quite sure who Toxic is. Why the name somewhat rings a bell, but
Yeah, you're thinking of Tizoc. So.
I know. Well, I know Tizoc, obviously.
just clearing.
But Toxic and Merkage, I don't know. It surprises me.
Yeah.
You got SK down there with Team Jacob.
Yeah. Which with Watch, Swift Kill, and Regicide.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The setups falling further and further every time for some reason.
Yeah,
I noticed they finally made a good decision. Looks like they went back and picked up Kobe again.
Yeah,
Because they actually
definitely.
did the best when they had Kobe.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I think really hate to say it, and no offense to them, I think it's just time to call it quits. Like, I mean, they're on Twitter smashing other teams.
Yeah.
They
Well,
were.
I don't want to
I
be a
don't know.
dream crusher, though. I mean, hey, if it's their dream, they want to keep going for it, fine. But
I mean, yeah, I'm all for them. The go get 'em attitude, but I mean,
there's a
if
point.
you're,
You can't do it. Cut the crap. I mean,
I know.
don't go trash other teams just because you're bitter because you can't quite get there.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily specifically directing to them, although it's mildly directed at them. Saying in general as well. It's just, come on. I mean, if you want to get there, act like you've been there, or act like you want to be there. Anyway, top 16 teams. Carbon hanging on. I predicted last time Carbon would be able to hang on, and they
Yeah.
proved me wrong, and sure enough, they did.
They're still there.
Interesting. Now I know Revolution here. This is the old kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Who was what was Revel? You remember what the team name was last event? Or is it or is that just a hodgepodge they kind of pulled from some different teams and came up with it?
That was who was that?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Yeah, I know. No, that it was a team.
Okay.
With Twin Savior Crimsix, and they grabbed Side and Amish after Side left Warriors.
Right.
Um.
Couple teams.
Oh, that was
nice.
evil. That was evil.
Okay, that was evil. All right. Yeah, because Crim Six Twin Savior. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that team. I'd be curious to see if Amish is. He's had one good placing, and I haven't really seen much from him since then. My first reaction is to think Amish might be in a little over his head with that team, but hopefully.
I think he's going to prove you wrong.
I'll be honest. I'm an underdog. I like pulling for the underdog, and I still think, even though they won last event, I'm seeing Infamous as probably being an underdog. I don't think anybody thinks that they're going to repeat.
Yeah, no,
I personally am shooting for it. I'd love to see it, but
yeah, I agree. I really don't think that they're one of the favorite at the moment. I don't know.
Well, let's go down the pools here.
Yeah.
Group A, Instinct, FB, Classic, Carbon.
I don't know. For some reason, that doesn't seem like it's an okay pool.
You know what? I'm actually I'm interested to see this final boss team. Because I told you before, I know he didn't have a good event last event. He was, negative. He was way negative, I'll put it that way. For the event was legit. But I've liked legit in playing a Halo Reach. I'll be curious to see what happens with that final boss team. They've kind of been on a downslide really since they initially split up. And I think the season it was Victory, Fear, Tots, and Ninja. And ever since that foursome split up, the final boss has just kind of been trickling their way down the list here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird seeing legit in a final boss jersey. Just saying.
That'll be very strange. Wow.
But yeah, no, I completely agree. And I do have to say, there really doesn't, like, to me at least, there really doesn't seem to be a pool of death this time.
No.
There's not really one pool that really sticks out to me.
I mean, if it had to be any of them, I'm probably going to say probably the last one, Pool D again. Just with BTH and Dynasty. I mean, that's going to be a tough match there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Every pool, you're right, though. Every pool looks like you have two top teams, you get two bottom teams. No offense to the bottom teams, but it's not real. It's not overly balanced throughout. You look at Group A, Instinct, and FB.
Well, A was going to be my pick, just because Classic's been playing really well these past events, and I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do this event.
Yeah, but in all honesty, do you see any of those other three teams, FB, Classic, Carbon, being able to beat Instinct Group A? I don't.
Classic may if
they
Instinct
might. They might.
Classic has
they might take a game.
Classic has the best chance, I think, of winning the pool, other than
Winning pool. I'll
besides
agree with that.
Instinct.
Outside of Instinct, yeah. Group B,
Uh, fu-
SQ, Revolution, Triggers Down, Pure.
um,
Do you see? I mean, really, in my opinion, it just comes down to you looking at SQ or Revolution.
yeah.
It's whether or not you think SQ with Amish Acorns is my big question mark there. If Amish can put it together and be the fourth that they need, then maybe they can beat SQ. Otherwise, I just don't see
Yeah,
it.
definitely. No, I don't see TD or Pure really doing that well in that bracket. With Pure is, I mean, it's Tri-Aptitude, Platinum, and Elamite. I mean, I really hate seeing Elamite in the 15th seed,
Yeah,
but
that's rough.
I mean,
It's tough seeing some. I'll be honest. A sidebar. It's tough seeing some of these names just fall like this.
yeah,
And
definitely.
I've never necessarily been a huge fan of his, but even SK. I mean, you got SK and the number 2 AM team. You got T2.
T2
Not even
playing through AM.
playing through it. Here's the thing.
Just
We haven't even talked about Tots. Tots isn't even playing.
yeah,
I mean, Tots is considering at least retirement for this year, maybe permanently from Halo, switching to Gears. It's just really interesting to see all these names drop like this.
yeah, it really is. I don't know, and it's going to be interesting seeing Straight Ribbon playing through AM because this is the first legitimate team of pros we've seen in AM. And I'm not talking one or two. I'm talking this whole team was top 16 the last event.
Yeah, and I mean, the question is, well, here's the thing that you look at with Straight. And I'm not trying to jump all over T-Square. It's not necessarily singling him out. I'm saying Straight as a whole. Outside of that one second place placing is the only thing that's kept them in a top 16 this long. I mean, Straight didn't even, they placed what? I don't even think they made top 20 this last event. Weren't they like
Yeah,
21st?
I think so.
I mean, in the event before that, they placed 16th or 17th, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around
They've
there.
kind of been held over from that number 2 placing they had back before they dropped Rhino when it was, what was it, legit Elamite and Rhino, right? With
Yeah.
T2?
Yeah.
Or no, it wasn't. It was Native legit and Rhino. But, okay, back to Group C. Infamous Warriors, Turning Point, Severance.
I don't know.
Still pulling for Turning Point again?
I don't know.
Uh-oh.
It's definitely they're my wannabe pick, but I'm definitely gonna have to go with either. I don't know. I'm a fan of this Warriors squad with Dursky, Clutch, Royal 2, and Snakebite. That's a really interesting squad.
Chemistry would be my only concern there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's either gonna be Warriors or Infamous. Turning Point, depending on how they're playing, is going to be a factor, but
I don't know. See, I actually look at that, and yeah, I'm actually looking at this going, I think I see the pool being Infamous Turning Point than Warrior Severance.
it's a possibility. Like I said, Turning
I
Point.
mean, all of a sudden, you can play buy sell like they do all the time, and are you all of a sudden selling Turning Point here?
I don't know.
Because you've been a Turning Point supporter for the last 2 events now.
I still am a
TP
Turning
for
Point
top
fan.
8, and you pulled TP to, what was it, top 4 last event?
Yeah, and I've been wrong, but so. But I don't know. I'm a fan.
I pulled straight to kind of
So,
get the top 3 2 events ago. So what does that say?
yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of going back to Pool B if we can real quick.
go ahead.
I want to put Pure in that second place. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because there's actually been a little bit of
Third or second, which one?
third, probably third. With
Okay, so you're
TD
saying
coming,
SQ Revolution Pure.
yeah, and then TD coming in fourth, just because I've actually I was just thinking about it, and there's been a lot of chatter between Arkham and Goofy about practicing, and apparently they really haven't been getting online too much lately. So I don't know.
Huh.
I was thinking about that. I was looking at the pools and
I haven't heard much about it myself, so I couldn't honestly answer to it.